Welcome to the School of the Lost Tribes. Your charity helps generate the lessons needed to seal the chosen before the destruction. Mark 3:1, KJV. And he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man there which had a withered hand. Yahushua entered again into the synagogue, meaning he is moving inside Israel's own religious structure, not among heathen temples or pagan shrines. The synagogue is a place where Israelites gather to hear the law and the prophets, to be reminded of Yahweh's covenants with their fathers. Inside that covenant setting stands an Israelite man with a withered hand, a visible deformity and weakness within the body. This man represents more than a personal problem. He is a picture of Israel's condition, a covenant nation called to work in righteousness, yet spiritually crippled and unable to function properly. Yahushua's presence in the synagogue shows that he has come to heal the weakness inside Israel itself, restoring their ability to serve Yahweh and walk in the inheritance promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Mark 3:2, KJV. And they watched him, whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day, that they might accuse him. They here refers to the religious rulers, Pharisees and others, Israelite leaders who are supposed to guard the law, but are now watching Yahushua as enemies. They are not concerned with the man's suffering or Israel's restoration. They are looking for legal grounds that they might accuse him. The issue is the Sabbath day, a key sign of the covenant between Yahweh and Israel. Instead of seeing Yahushua as the one sent to restore Israel's Sabbath blessings, they weaponize the Sabbath against him. This shows how deeply Israel's leadership has fallen. They care more about trapping the one sent to redeem Israel than about seeing Yahweh's mercy toward a broken Israelite. For scattered Israelites today, this warns us that not all religious authority inside Israel is aligned with Yahweh's true purpose for his people. Mark 3:3, KJV. And he saith unto the man which had the withered hand, Stand forth. Yahushua calls the man to stand forth, bringing him out into the open in the midst of the synagogue assembly. This is a public moment in front of Israel. The withered hand is no longer hidden in the crowd. The weakness of this Israelite is being put on display before all. In covenant terms, Yahushua is bringing Israel's condition into the light. He will not heal the nation in secret. As the man stands forth, he becomes a sign. What Yahushua is about to do with this one Israelite body part, his hand, symbolizes what he intends to do with the whole body of Israel: raise them up, restore their function, and make them stand in their rightful place as the servant people in Yahweh's kingdom. Mark 3:4, KJV. And he saith unto them, Is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath days, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their peace. Now Yahushua confronts Israel's leaders directly. His question is about the true intent of the law given to Israel. Is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath days, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? The Sabbath was given to Israel as a blessing, a day of life, rest, and remembrance of deliverance. Yahushua is forcing them to admit that doing good to an Israelite in need, even on the Sabbath, is in harmony with Yahweh's covenant purposes. But they held their peace, refusing to answer, because to answer truthfully would expose their hypocrisy and hatred. In their hearts, they would rather kill the one sent to restore Israel than rejoice at a fellow Israelite being healed. This shows us that violation of the covenant is not only in outward acts, but in hardened hearts that oppose Yahweh's saving work within Israel. Mark 3:5, KJV. And when he had looked round about on them with anger, being grieved for the hardness of their hearts, he saith unto the man, Stretch forth thine hand. And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored whole as the other. Yahushua looks around with anger and grieved at the hardness of their hearts. These are Israelites, leaders of the covenant people, yet their hearts are like stone, exactly the condition the prophet said Yahweh would change by giving Israel a new heart and a new spirit. Yahushua's reaction shows Yahweh's own grief toward Israel's stubbornness. Then he turns back to the man and commands, "Stretch forth thine hand." As the man obeys, his hand was restored whole as the other. This is more than a medical miracle. It is a sign of what Yahweh Shai came to do for the whole nation: restore what is withered in Israel, make the two hands as one, whole and usable. It points forward to the healing of both houses of Israel, Judah and the scattered northern tribes, so that the nation can again function as Yahweh's servant in the earth, walking in the promises and inheritance given to their fathers. Mark 3:6, KJV. And the Pharisees went forth, and straightway took counsel with the Herodians against him, how they might destroy him. Instead of repenting, the Pharisees leave and counsel with the Herodians, a political group aligned with the Edomite-linked Herodian dynasty that ruled over Judea under Rome. These are two very different factions inside the land, yet they unite against him to destroy him. So we see religious Israelite leaders joining with political powers to kill Yahweh Shai, the one sent to fulfill the covenants and restore Israel. This reveals the depth of opposition inside the nation. The very structures that should have supported Yahweh's purposes in Israel are now plotting against them. For scattered Israelites today, this verse is a sober reminder that Yahweh Shai was rejected by much of the visible leadership in Judea. But that rejection does not cancel Israel's promises. Instead, through his rejection, suffering, and later exaltation, Yahweh Shai becomes the rejected yet chosen king who will still gather the scattered tribes and reign over the house of Jacob, just as the covenants require. Table of Contents. Introduction. Yahweh's exclusive covenant with Israel. The purpose of this book. No disparagement of non-Israelite races. The foundations used throughout this book. On the right foundation, Israel's covenant exclusivity, believing Yahweh Shai and the consequences of unbelief. The exclusive nature of Israel in the Old Testament. The exclusive nature of Israel in the New Testament. Part 2. Replacement Theology, examined. Dare we say the Church has replaced the 12 tribes of Israel, hope, the law, and Israel in the New Testament, the exclusivity of Israel in Ephesians, Philippians, and beyond, redemption and the many, the exclusive nature of Israel in the letters of James, Peter, John, and Jude, Israel in the book of Revelation, reactions and doctrinal challenges. Next steps in the book, common reactions to Israel's exclusivity, reactions to the exclusive doctrine of Israel expanded. Are there 2 or 3 witnesses for exclusive Israel? Separation, the world, and the gospel. Word meanings, understanding separation and the world. The world, cosmos, or oikoumeni. The 2 differing gospels, stumbling blocks to an exclusive Israel doctrine. Case studies, Israelites in dispersion. Peter's sheet vision, a closer examination. The Ethiopian eunuch, an Israelite in dispersion. The widow of Sarepta, an Israelite in dispersion. The Lord's Prayer, an exclusive Israelite perspective. Extra scriptural doctrines exposed. The extra scriptural doctrine of Judeans and Gentiles. Can strangers become Israelites? In thee shall all nations be blessed. That unfortunate word, Gentile. Yahweh Shai's ministry was not primarily to the Judeans or in Judea. Identity, history, and deception. Could the modern Judeans be Israel? Can the Judeans be identified? Josephus in his comments on the Judeans. Does Edom have any marks of identification today? Judeans who are non-Semitic. Historical commentary and records. What is their blasphemy? Anti-Semitism. A tool for deception. Religious and political nonsense. Galatians, promise, and heirship. Galatians and Israel exclusivity. Interpreting Galatians in light of Israel exclusivity. Christos without Yesu, Messiah without Jesus. Can the promises to Abraham's seed be spiritualized? Who are the heirs according to the promise? In Christ versus in Jesus. Neither Judean nor Greek. Who are the Greeks? Israel in the entire New Testament. Sonship, adoption, and faith. Isaac, hearing faith and freeborn sons. In thee shall all nations be blessed. Revisited. The promise in thy seed in the New Testament. The biblical concept of adoption. The placement of a son. Analysis of the 5 adoption verses. Understanding the sons of Yahweh and the doctrine of adoption. Pilgrims, strangers, and Israel, New Testament strangers. Seed, rebirth, and sowing.